Welcome to Soccer Gaming, and welcome to the channel where you can learn to be a better MLB The Show 22 player moving forward. And in this episode, I'm going to do something different. Normally I don't go over the cards and who you should pick, but I think there's a couple of cards in this All-Stars of franchise that you really want to keep your eye on. So I'm going to kind of do an episode going over the cards, their ratings and everything, and who I am probably going to take for myself. So if you'd like to watch that, stick around. I have already done an episode going over the All-Stars of the franchise on how you're going to beat it, what the quickest way to beat it is, everything you're going to get along the way. But I wanted to actually go over the actual cards you're going to get in the packs. You get 18 of the 30 needed All-Stars of the franchise in these packs and everything. So I wanted to kind of go over them and look at them and kind of decide who I'm probably going to be taking and why I'm going to be taking them, because I know a lot of people ask, well, we only get 3 of the 5. What 3 should I take? Honestly, it's personal preference, but I do want to kind of point out a few things along the way. So in the NL West has the Diamondbacks, Mantiply, a relief pitcher. And the reason this is big is there's not a lot of relief pitchers that are good in the game so far, so it could be a player that we look at later and possibly take him because he's a relief pitcher. The Rockies have sent CJ Cron. You know he has a diamond already as well. Tony Gonsolin from the Dodgers, Manny Machado from the Padres, and then Carlos Rodon from the Giants. So let's take a look at the Mantiply guy in the relief pitching role, see if he's a guy we want to take. So right now I see the sinker, I see the four seam, but I see that they're 91s, and that kind of just throws me off the bandwagon. I don't think I will be getting him for those simple reasons. CJ Cron, I know he has a couple of cards already that are diamond. The 105 and 106 for the power is good, so he could be in the consideration. Defense-wise, not a great defensive player at first base, but really you're wanting to hit home runs at first base. You're not really worried about the defense there. Tony Gonsolin, starting pitcher for the Dodgers. Looking at his, you got the 94 four-seam, you got the splitter at 84, the slider at 88, and the 12-6 curve at 81. The reason I do like this card is the speeds aren't like crazy, but there is a big difference between a four-seam and a splitter, a four-seam and a slider, a four-seam and a 12-6 curve. There's a big difference there, and you could really throw off people with the mile-an-hour difference there. Also to mention the 115 hits per 9, which are in his favor, so a lot of just hit balls aren't going to necessarily be great hits. Then you got the 80 for the Ks per 9, 91 walks per 9, 81 home runs per 9, which is kind of low, honestly, but 81's not awful. And then the 125 pitching clutch for him, so not a bad card, could be in the running for cards we take. The next one is third base, Manny Machado at 97. You get the gold, you get the 117 contact right, 90 contact left, 76 power right, and 125 power left. Probably going to take this card for a couple of reasons. You get the diamond defense at third base. You also play shortstop if you need to, and first base. So if you're looking for a first base defense or a first baseman that plays really good defense, this could be a card that you throw in there, even though he would be a secondary position. Now, the other thing about this card that I enjoy is the 117 contact right, 90 contact left, and then the power at 125 versus lefties. So if a lefty's on the mound, this guy's going to have a lot of power, and then his off power right, his offhand is going to be 76, which is not bad at all. Fielding arm accuracy is a little low. Reaction's amazing over there, so 97, 97, 95. This will probably be a card that I grab, maybe not first overall in this pack, but definitely a guy I'm going to grab in this pack. Definitely Manny Machado, a guy we're keeping. Carlos Rodon, he already has a card, I believe, that just hit 85 or is around the 85. He is a diamond, but this card is much better than that one. The four-seam touching 97, slider at 86, 77 on the 12-6 curve, and then the circle change, which they seem to just add that pretty much to everyone instead of a changeup anymore. They add the stupid circle change. Pitching control wise, 97 pitch control for the four seam and 93 for the slider. Pitching break, 94 for the four seam and 97 for the slider. So the two main pitches for this lefty is the four-seam fastball and the slider. Now taking a look at his attributes, 104 stamina, which is good, 105 hits per nine, which is good, 95 Ks per nine, which is really good, walks per nine at 82, which is home runs per nine, 97. That's a very good number there. Pitching clutch, 103. So definitely a card I am probably getting out of the 5 here. Now to break these down, I'm for sure getting Machado, I'm for sure getting Rodon, and then I think it's down to either Gonsolin or Crone, depending on who you need. If you have a bunch of good first basemen already, like if you're running out there Frank Thomas or something, Cedric Crone probably not a first baseman that you really want to get. Plus the outfield I feel like is already kind of full when it comes to left field and right field. So if I'm going through here, my 3 are probably going to be Gonsolin, Machado, and Rodon. The next group of ones is the NL Central. Going over these, we got the Contreras from the Cubs, Cincinnati Reds, and Castillo, Burns for the Brewers, Bednar for the Pirates, and then Paul Goldschmidt for the Cardinals. Let's take a look at Contreras first. I like the Diamond. It's good to see the Diamond defense on him. Looks like his arm's pretty good at 93. Nothing crazy. Speed's at 65, which is actually okay. But you're in this for the power, and you get that with the righty-lefty matchup. Contact left, 112. Power left, 125. So maxed out at 125 with the power left. Contact right, 90, 82, power right, so he's still good from the right-handed side as well. The discipline up to 94, 88 on the clutch, so a very, very good hitting card for a catcher. If you're needing a catcher that you can hit with, this card will be a card that you want. Going over to the Reds and Castillo at a starting pitcher. He's got the circle change at 87, sinker at 95, four-seam at 97, and a slider at 87. Pitch control-wise, he loves his four-seam, 94, 80, or 91 on the slider as well. Low 80s for the circle change and sinker. Pitch break, very high on all of them, 93 for the circle change, 90 for the sinker, four seams at 85, and 86 for the slider. Going over the attributes, stamina 96, pretty common, hits per 9, 107, that's pretty good, 86 Ks per 9, could be higher, 88 walks per 9 could be higher, 89 hits, home runs per 9. I'd like to be at 90 or above, 89 is close enough, and the pitch and clutch at 108, control itself at 88. A pretty good card. We'll have to see what the other ones are doing, but not a bad card for a starting pitcher. The next one is another starting pitcher in Corbin Burnes. Corbin Burnes comes in at 95 in the cutter, 95 in the sinker, 83 curve, 88 in the slider and circle change. Pitching control, he's got some really good control on his cutter and curve there in the 90s. Pitching break, 96 for the slider, 92 for the curveball, 85 for the cutter, which is helpful. Going over his attributes, 100 for stamina, good there, 107 hits per 9, really good there, 88 Ks per 9 is fine, walks per 9 a little slow, home runs per 9 really low at 75, at least for a diamond. Pitch clutch at 125, which is good, but hopefully you could stay a run from the home run ball and Corbin Burnes. Next guy is a closing pitcher in David Bednar from the Pirates. Looks like he's got a 97 mile an hour four seam, 78 mile an hour curveball, and a splitter at 88. Looking at pitch control, all in the 90s, splitter at 97. Pitching break, almost all in the 90s with the four-seam curveball and the splitter at 95. Going over his attributes, 28 stamina is fine. Hits per 9, 118 is good. 107 Ks per 9 is good. 92 walks per 9 is good. Home runs per 9 is still, to me, low. I feel like that needs to be like a 90 or above on that as well. And the pitching clutch at 102. It's not a bad card for a closer. Then the last one is Paul Goldschmidt at first base. We kind of talked earlier about how first basemen, there's a ton out right now that are good, including like Frank Thomas. And we're going to add to it with Paul Goldschmidt. 100 in contact right, 125 contact left, 91 power right, and 101 power left. So you're getting a really, really good heavy bat here. Discipline 97, 125 clutch. So he's going to hit those big hits for you. And then his defense isn't absolutely awful at 80 fielding, 85 accuracy, and reaction at 86. This is definitely probably, to me, this is a card you bring up off the bench for when you need a pinch hitter for your pitcher. But you could put him at first base. I'm sure he would do fine. So out of all of these, there's a couple that I'm for sure getting. Paul Goldschmidt I'm getting, and then I'm getting Wilson Contreras at catcher. And then I'm down between Castillo and Burnes for the starting pitcher. I would almost go Burnes just because I feel like he's got that little edge when it comes to the cutter and the sinker. compared to Castillo, who has the four seam in the sinker. I just feel like that extra pitch from Burns is kind of the deal breaker for me. So I'm probably going Contreras, Burns, and Goldschmidt. The next one is the NL East side. The Braves sitting Swanson, Alcantara for the Marlins, Diaz for the Mets, Bryce Harper for the Phillies, and the Nationals get Juan Soto. I'm going to break this down. Swanson, not bad. Diamond, 109, 111 on the contacts, 88 on the power, 94 on the power left. The 116 clutch is good to see. You get the Diamond defense, 91 fielding, 95 accuracy, and 90 reaction, 74 for the arm. Not awful, but he does play shortstop, second, and third, so it's not like he needs something crazy there, but a good hitting card that can get some home runs. The next one for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara, having himself a year. Does so here. The four seam at 98, sinker at 95, 88 for the circle change, 90 for the slider, and the curve at 84. Pitching control, circle change is his best pitch, sinker at behind it. Pitching break, he loves the sinker, 97, 92 for the circle change, and 90 for the four seam. Looking over his other stats, stamina 112, 111 hits per 9, 74 Ks per 9, which is really low. 93 walks per 9 is good, 95 home runs per 9 is good, and pitch and clutch at 100, also very good. The next one is Edwin Diaz, a closing pitcher for the Mets. He's got the four seam, the two seam, the slider. The pitching controls there with the slider, and the pitching breaks there with the slider as well. Keep in mind the four seam does hit 99. Does not look like he has the outlier, so it looks like it stops at 99. Attribute-wise, 25 stamina, 115 hits per 9, 125 Ks per 9, which is really high. 76 walks per 9, home runs per 9, 83, so a little low for me. And pitch and clutch at 125. So if you're kind of wanting a pitcher that's going to blow by everyone, Edwin Diaz is your guy. Philadelphia Phillies sitting at right fielder Bryce Harper. He seems like he always gets into all-star games, even if he has a down year. I'm not saying he's having a down year. He's actually having a pretty good year here this year. Looking at his diamond hitting, diamond defense, 110 contact right, 100 contact left, 106 power right, 82 power left, 117 clutch is helpful. Diamond defense goes with the 85 arm, 93 accuracy, and 80 reaction, also 69 on the speed. Love to see it there from Bryce Harper. To me, this is kind of an underwhelming card of what I think Bryce Harper could be. Then in right field, again, we have Juan Soto from the Washington Nationals, 98 contact right, 77 contact left, 114 power right, 98 power left, 96 vision, and a 125 discipline. So very, very good card for hitting. 82 fielding, 77 arm, 76 accuracy, and 86 reaction. Gets him to the diamond defense. Honestly, though, this is not a good defensive card. Looking at his contacts and everything, pretty good. Power is pretty high. But the reason I am not selecting Juan Soto in this is because he's going to be having a home run derby card, which I'm assuming is going to have more power than what he has here. So I would, if you're gonna want Juan Soto, I would wait until your third pick to see what his home run derby card is doing and how good his home run derby card is before I would select Soto here. Now going over these, I'm probably getting Swanson, Alcantara, and then I'm kind of caught in between Bryce Harper and Edwin Diaz. Diaz, I don't like his pitch breakdown. I'm probably going with Harper here for my third one. Then we got the AL side. Starting the AL West, Verlander, Ohtani, Blackburn, Rodriguez, and Perez. Looking at their cards, Verlander, good as always, 95s in the 4 and 2 seams. Slider at 88, 79 for the curve, and 84 for the circle change. Pitching control, got plenty of that. His 4-seam slider at 99 and his 12-6 curve at 94. Pitch break, good pitch breaks there besides the 2-seam. Going through his attributes, 102 stamina, 109 hits per 9, 75 Ks per 9, which is kind of low, 100 walks per 9, 82 home runs per 9, 113 pitching clutch for Verlander. Next guy is Shohei Ohtani as the starting pitcher of the Angels. So looking at his starting pitching card, he's got a 4-seam touching 98. See the 85 on the slider, the 90 on the splitter, the 79 on the curve, and the 90 on the cutter. Pitching control, pretty good for the 4-seam and slider, and then the pitching break for the slider is nasty. Looking at his stamina, 94, 91 hits per 9, 85 Ks per 9, 78 walks per 9, 80 home runs per 9, and pitching clutch of 125. Honestly, not a great card for Ohtani as far as attributes go. None of them being above 100 except pitching clutch. So I'm not actually happy with this card. And since you can't really hit with it, I'm not sure what his hitting's 88, 73, 120, and 79. So still not anything like astronomically good. Now, if you had 120 on both sides and 88 on both sides for contact, then I would be more willing to grab this card. I might just grab him just because he could play both sides. Next one is Paul Blackburn, starting pitcher for the Athletics. Looks like he's got the sinker in the four-seam, cutter 12-6, circle change. Pitching control is pretty high for everything, curve changing in at 95, and then the pitching break 99 for the 12-6 curve, and the 97 for the cutter, which is good. The other pitch breaks are a little low. Going over his attributes, stamina 94, 100 home runs per 9, or hits per 9, which is okay. 82 Ks per 9 is okay as well. Walks per 9, 110 is fine. 81 home runs per 9, not good. 108 pitching clutch, but so not a bad card. The pitch velocity is a little too low for me, I think. I would like to see how this card plays out, but 92 for a four-seam isn't something too crazy. Center field, you're going to get Julio Rodriguez, is diamond, and he's 90 contact right. Contact left is 108, 86 power right, and 114 power left. You're also getting the diamond defense with the 97 arm. And he could be your perfect center fielder with that 99 speed, being able to track down balls with that 88 reaction. A really good card. However, I do worry that his home run derby card is going to be out, and that's going to be the card you probably want to use when it comes to hitting with power. Last one is Martin Perez, starting pitcher for the Rangers. Sinker at 93, four-seam at 94, 90 cutter, 83 circle change, and the curveball at 79. Pitching control, the sinker and the cutter take it. And then the pitching break looks like the cutter at 97 and a bunch of another 90s for the four-seam, circle change, and sinker. Going over his attributes themselves, 100 for the stamina, 98 for hits per 9, 82 strikeouts per 9, 109 walks per 9, 93 home runs per 9, 97 pitching clutch. So honestly, a pretty good card, especially for a lefty. I feel like the pitching velocities are enough off to be able to throw a 94 mile an hour four-seam and then hit him with a 79 mile an hour curve ball. So pretty good pitcher. I actually like that card. So going out of here, I worry about Julio Rodriguez just because he's going to be having that home run derby card. But honestly, I'm probably selecting him. I'm probably selecting Perez, and then I'm down between Ohtani and Verlander. And honestly, it's gonna be tough. I'd rather have probably Shohei just because he goes on both sides of it. But Verlander is not a wrong pick here. The next one is the AL Central. Andres Jimenez from the Guardians, Tim Anderson from the White Sox, Soto from the Tigers, Benintendi from the Royals, and then Arias from the Twins. Taking a look at Andres Jimenez, you know how good he's been all year. He's got a 112 contact right, 98 contact left, power right is at 93, and a 68 power left. So if you're wanting a power card as second base, probably not who you're going to want to be taking. This is more of a average card. Also has great defense with a diamond at 91 fielding, 89 arm, 84 accuracy, and 90 reaction. An infielder that does have a lot of power is Tim Anderson. Power on the left, 100. Power on the right, 67. I feel like that's low. 125 contact left and 107 contact right. So if you're wanting a righty to hit lefties, this is the card to take with the 125 contact left and the 100 power left. You also get the vision at 105. His diamond defense is the 86 fielding, 83 arm, 77 accuracy, and 87 reaction. Next card is Soto as a closing pitcher for the Tigers. You're getting the 99 four-seam, which has an outlier. So we'll go over 100 with the four-seam, sinker at 95, 90 on the slider, and 88 on the circle change. Control-wise, 92 goes to sinker, and then 93 goes to sinker for the pitch break. Attribute-wise, he's setting with 24 stamina, 118 hits per 9, 111 Ks per 9, which is really good. Walks per 9, 84. Home runs per 9, 99. And pitching clutch at 85. So actually a really good closing card, especially as a lefty. At left field, Andrew Benintendi. I'm not happy he was selected from the Royals, and that's fine because his card's pretty crap too. 125 contact right, 104 contact left. Then we got power right at 72, 74 from power left, 108 vision, 100 discipline, 96 clutch. The defense is okay, 86, 80, 80, and 89, but not a card I'm going to be getting anytime soon. Luis Arias is the last guy, and he's a first baseman for the Twins. Also could play second, third, short, and left. Hitting's a diamond. Defense is a diamond. The hitting is low. 125 contact right, 81 contact left, 74 power right, and 57 power left. So not great hitting wise. Vision's 121. Discipline's 96 and 125 for the clutch. His defense is pretty good though. 85 fielding, 86 arm, 83 accuracy, and 87 reaction. So out of all these cards, honestly, I'm probably taking, I don't know. Honestly, Tim Anderson and Soto are going. We're taking them too. The last one's a toss-up, though, because I feel like Jimenez, I feel like Benintendi, and I feel like Arias all have something not so good with them as far as hitting, defense, whatever. So maybe Benintendi does actually make this. But the last three, I'm for sure choosing Gregory Soto and Tim Anderson. Then the last AL is the AL East. Jorge Lopez coming from the Orioles, JD Martinez from the Red Sox, Judge from the Yankees, McCallahan from the Rays, and the Jays send Alejandro Kirk. Looking at Jorge Lopez as a closing pitcher, 95 on the sinker, 98 on the four-seam, circle change 88, 83 from the curveball, and 87 from the slider. Pitching control, 97 from the sinker, 99 from the curveball, and 92 for the circle change. Pitching break-wise, we're going curve at 99, circle change at 94, and seeker at 95. Going over the other attributes, 26 on the stamina, 129 hits per 9. There, Ks per 9, 97, 85, walks per 9, 97, home runs per 9, and 125 pitch and clutch. All of those very good for a closing pitcher. Might be someone we pick. Left field, we got JD Martinez, and sadly, I have to say that we've had so many good JD Martinez cards that anytime the power is under 100, it's kind of like a letdown. But he comes in 116 contact right, 125 contact left, 88 power right, 92 power left. So you still got the contact and the power there for him to hit home runs. 95 vision, 97 discipline, 94 clutch there. Diamond defense mostly because of the 96 accuracy. The 81 arm and 81 reaction also help. Then we got Aaron Judge. You know he's a tank. You know he hits tanks. 98 contact right and 78 contact left. 118 power right, 115 power left, and he's got the 100 for the clutch. His defense is pretty amazing as well. In center field, left field, or right field, 91 fielding, 90 arm, 99 accuracy, and 96 reaction. 65 speed kind of keeps me away from him in center field, but left and right, he would be pretty darn good. Then we got McCallahan as a starting pitcher. Four-seam at 97, 82 is a curve. Circle change goes 86, slider goes 89. Pitch and control-wise, everything's in the 90s. Circle change is his highest pitch there. And then we got a 97 in the four-seam and a 92 on the circle change. Going over his other stuff, stamina's at 98, 104 in the hits per 9, 89 Ks per 9, 89 walks per 9, 74 home runs per 9. That's low, 125 pitch and clutch. Probably not a guy we're grabbing. Then we got Alejandro Kirk, hitting diamond, defense diamond. Well-deserved here from Alejandro Kirk. He's a young guy playing very, very well. 117 contact right, 95 contact left, 90 power right, 81 power left, vision at 108, and then you got the beautiful defense, 85 from the fielding, 78 from the arm, 81 from the accuracy, 87 from reaction, and 85 from blocking. Definitely not a guy that's going to steal stolen bases at 16 speed. So going over all these, I'm honestly sold with, I think I'm sold with Kirk. I think I'm sold with Judge. And then it comes down to JD Martinez and Lopez. I really like Lopez. I'll probably hit him over JD Martinez. Mostly because, again, we have so many outfielders, but I don't think you could go wrong picking JD Martinez in this spot. The only one I'm really leaving out is Shane McCallahan. His stuff just isn't good enough for me to grab him out of these five. So that is going to be the breakdown of the All-Stars of the franchise. There's 30 available. You can only select 18. So hopefully I broke them down good enough so that you know which 18 of these, or 3 players out of the 5 from each pack, that you want to have on your team. If you have any questions, comment them down below. I read every single comment, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. If you guys enjoyed this video, though, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button because I post a ton of MLB The Show content to try to help you guys become better players. Until next time, Slacker out.